So sometimes I do this at the last minute, but majority of the time I try not to do this at the last minute. But I decide on which instrument I'm going to actually put energy into it. Being at the fact that I will be going back to church to play again. I've gotten a little better, and I'm not going to see him say I'm totally 100% out of the woods from being sick for quite some time with this illness that hit me last year in November. Feels like it's yesterday, but so for my beginner musicians, after I have, and I'll use the word after I have decided on what it is that I need to practice on or work on or whatnot, I come to a conclusion on what it is I need to work on to bring my plan to a certain level. Either it's going to be 0 level or, well, if it be a 0 level, then I probably 9 out of 10 I wouldn't be playing nowhere. But I have to bring my plan to a certain level. I'm collecting all these coins, quarters. They do add up. I do have a penny bank over here in my corner, but I gotta clean my area out over here, kind of resituate it up again. And so yeah, jack of all trades. I still got to get my organ, my Leslie worked on, and so right now, let me see, my Leslie's unplugged. I can't figure. I tried to mess around with it some time ago, and to see if I can get my Leslie to stop spinning. I bought new tubes, and that didn't stop the problem. So I'm assuming that it's going to be the relay. The relay has gone rogue, so I'm thinking my relay is done, shot to the curb. All right, so jack of all trades. The Godfather used to tell me, "Hey man, you know, lock in on one instrument until you have it basically down to the ground, if you will." Let's see. I forgot my passcode on this thing here. I'll come back to the laptop later. So yeah. So let me see. What do I want to work on first? So jacking about trades, either I'm going to work on some stuff on the organ. And so if that's the case, I'll stay here on the organ. If it's something that I want to work on the keyboard, of course I'll go over there and work it on the keyboard. Sometimes I end up working on stuff that is on the keyboard for organ sometimes, and then what I end up doing is I'll come to the organ at some point, right? I got my little notebook, right? And then I try to keep track on what I'm actually working on, because it's just something fun to do. Something fun to do. It's not like I have to do that, but it helps me to know, like, you know what, bro, you've been there and you have done that particular job, and you have learned that particular whatever it is that I had learned. This is all for the organ, so I guess I'll just leave that over here. But like I said, sometimes I'll bring over to the keyboard, depending on the situation, like if my honey's at the house or something like that. She's sleeping, I'm trying to rest up, and I can't really just jump on the organ like that and go in like I want to. So then I would just take some of the work with me that I would do on the organ and take it to the keyboard. See, I'm losing my voice for some reason. So like I said, I'm not all the way out the woods. But anyway, for those who've been following me for some time, again, my name is Andre Clark. And so yeah, I gotten afflicted by this infection, they call it, but it's something in the air, and it's going around killing folk. And honestly, nobody wants to tell nobody what's going on until you end up getting sick with this called valley fever. And valley fever can hit you like a lightning bolt. And that's what happened with me. It hit me out of the blue. I had no idea that I had valley fever. I knew that I had pneumonia. So I ended up getting sick with pneumonia, but I got treated for it in the hospital. Of course, I was hospitalized for a bit, 4 days, 4 nights. And then when I got home, after all of that, I was still sick. And I'm like, man, y'all done medicated me up, got me all juiced up, and I'm still feeling sick from something. And I was assuming it was from, of course, having pneumonia. And somehow the doctors missed it. All right. Somehow the doctors mixed the diagnosed me or something, or they just didn't detect. Hold on. Oh, I better just leave that on. Hold on. Leave it on. They did not detect that I had something else going on, so they missed it. Gee, man, this thing keeps moving. How is it possible? How is that possible? Hold on, y'all. Let me try this one more time. My ghetto apparatus. Maybe I can slant it slightly, maybe. All right. Maybe that might work for a bit. All right, so thank you guys for those who've been following me and those who've been hitting that like button for what you like me doing. Right now, I don't really do requests yet because I fell behind on even my own projects that I was actually working on before I even got sick, and some contents that I was trying to bring to the table. And all of a sudden, in November, I was just blazed with this illness that just came from out of nowhere. And so now I'm hearing that now the county is trying to warn people like they did with COVID. When COVID came, they start trying to warn folk. They start trying to warn people like they did with COVID, that we have another type of epidemic coming our way. But they was keeping it on the hush hush when COVID came. Like no one knew COVID was pretty much out there, right? Let's see here. This keyboard here. Alright, so that's keyboard, I think. Alright, so no one knew that COVID was coming to hit us like it did, because they was keeping it on a hush hush for a bit until folks started dying. And then they were forced to tell folk what was up. Alright, so I'm not a keyboard player. I've always had keyboard before I had the organ, because that was all I could afford at the time was a keyboard. My very first keyboard, I don't remember the name of it, but it started with a K. And I ended up selling it like literally like 3 months later to another musician. He's now elder now, but and so you know, you're young and just young and crazy. You do crazy stuff. So, all right, drums. Right, let's see here. This on the 2 mic. I think I turn up the 2 when I get over there on the organ. I think I turn up 4 when I get to the organ. So I think, hold it. Well, yeah, let me see. Let's see, which one is this? A 2? I think it's 2 for the JV10. Is it? Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's for the JV10. The JV10. Is it? I think that's for the JV10. Why I can't hear it. Hold on. What's that? Alright, hold on, y'all. I gotta get this all set up. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. And then here comes 2023, November, and all of a sudden I'm afflicted with the I'm afflicted with the valley fever. I ain't gonna lie, I was actually floored when I found out that I was afflicted by valley fever, man. That took me out for sure. Almost took me out. I'm gonna put it back way, y'all. That valley fever almost took me out of here. I was gone. Almost. Gone. I felt like I was about to be gone. Put it that way. Alright, I ended up with valley fever. That almost took me out. Now, I've heard from other co-workers, but since from November to now, it's August, that they have had family members leave this earth because of valley fever. And the thing is, what I found out was, if you don't get checked out when you feel a certain way, and you try all that you can do to feel like you can get well and recover, and you not recovering, go to the ER. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to go to the ER. I didn't want to go to the hospital. I was like, man, I'm gonna take all the stuff that I can think of to get rid of whatever this affliction was, and it wouldn't go away. I mean, when I said everything I was thinking to take, this thing would not let me go. Like, it was trying to hold on. I ain't even use the word trying to hold on to me. It was holding on to me. And I was like, man, losing my voice, all kind of stuff. And then I didn't start losing weight until after I was discharged the second time I was hospitalized, back to back. I went to the hospital 4 days, 4 nights, 6 days, 6 nights. I suffered continuously every night with the valley fever thing, chills, and also having a high fever at the same time. That's not usual. How you have fever and chills at the same time? That's when I knew something was wrong. Something was wrong. It was one thing having pneumonia, but it was another thing having something that I didn't know what was going on. I was like, man, what's going on? I thought I had COVID again. And it wasn't even that. It was like, what? Oh, my. But God spare me. I gave my wife some sense, like, hey, bro, you need to go to the hospital. But I wasn't trying to listen to her either. She don't know what she talking about. I'm fine when I couldn't go to sleep for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could not sleep for those many days. Now, when you can't sleep, that was even more horrible, right? So it took me basically almost 24 hours before I decided, like, wait a minute. I felt like I was leaving this earth, and that's how I felt. Literally, like, I could feel my body leaving, my spirit leaving out of my body, like as if I'm looking down at myself, like, man, I'm gone. And then I had to tell my honey, like, sorry, babe, go tell everybody I love them. I'm pretty much done, whatever it is. This affliction was happening to me. But, well, I finally came to my senses. And said, go to the hospital. So I went in the middle of the night, at midnight, 30 I think it was, because I couldn't sleep. It was like it would not let me sleep. The pain was beyond words that I cannot even express. Like, it was that bad. I was taking everything I could think of. Vitamin C, I was doing all that long before I even got sick. That's the craziest thing. All of the stuff that we supposed to take as a man, herbs, all that, everything. You name it, I did it. And nothing stopped the valley fever. Nothing! I said nothing. I'm trying to tell y'all nothing. Listen, in the Contra Costa County now, they are now announcing, or they have announced it from what I understand, a few days ago that, hey, we have a epidemic going on here. And they finally decided to say, hey, listen, too many people are dying from valley fever. And I promise y'all, if y'all don't get checked out and something ain't right, here's the next catch that got me. Not only just the fever and the high fever and the chills, but when I stopped losing appetite, that's what got me tripped out. And I was like, man, why is this food that I'm eating don't look right, or it don't taste right, or it's just, I mean, like, it was, like, when I had COVID, got COVID and was sick with COVID, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 times that I could think of. This is before we got vaccinated, and it was after I got vaccinated, and I still got sick with COVID. And then I got sick in 23 with this valley fever thing, pneumonia valley fever, and going into 2024. And the next thing I know, I got COVID again. And I'm like, yo, what is going on? Now check it out. Before, let me see, maybe like, this might have been like February, January, February, somewhere in there. And anyway, I just trying to be informational for a moment, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Jack of all trades, anyway. I'm just trying to be informational because I promise y'all, most of the people out there do not know what is going on. Now, read up on it. All right, read up on it. It's called a fungus. It can attack your respiratory, your lungs, and specifically your lungs, your kidneys get particularly attack that, and also it can attack your stomach, you know, your guts and stuff like that, and create an issue with it, whereas it will pretty much cause you to lose weight very quickly, very fast. Like when I say fast and quick, that's how quick it would take you out of here. And you stop eating, as they say, and that's usually like from elderly people when they start losing weight. It's because of various things like, you know, is that what I was trying to look for? Alzheimer's, and I forgot the other one with older people, when people get old, become senile, and some other things that go on, whatever. But if you young, between the age of 17, I'm gonna put it around about 17, 18, somewhere around in there, and you're around 30, you know, I'll put it like this: if you get around about 50 something, close to 60, yeah, you get this kind of illness, it can kill you. It will kill you. It will take you out. So I found out after I got hospitalized the second time, you know, some of my coworkers, beloveds, and or coworkers at my job and outside of my job from other places around the Contra Costa County, East Bay, people are getting sick with valley fever. Read up on it. It's a fungus. It's what it is. From my gathering, it's they call it the earth. I know it sounds funny when I say it, but it's from the earth. But it's saying that if someone is digging up the ground, the foundation of the ground or whatnot, and they doing construction work somewhere, and your neighborhood, these truckers are driving around with this stuff that's not treated. In other words, if the ground is not treated before they dig it up, you already know it's going in the air. The air is just going to filter it, and then wherever it drops, you breathe it, you're done. That's pretty much how this works. Now people will say, well, is this contagious? It's not contagious if I have valley fever and I breathe on you and I sneeze on you. No, that's not how this one works. This do not work that way. If you got a dog, a cat, or an animal, and they out there digging up the ground and it gets in their paws and you touch them or they touch you, you know, you putting your hand in your face, you're going to get sick. Alright? Because it's from the earth, y'all. And if it's not treated, but see, the thing about it is the wind, the air filters it and it takes it around anywhere. It could be on your car. It could be on your car doorknob. Right? It could be in your grass, in your lawn if you got it. Right? You know, if you got a garbage can outside, you go out there, you touch it. The stuff is already has fallen on anything and everything. So you go out there and you put your hands in your face, it's pretty much a wrap. Or you could just simply go outside and breathe in what we call fresh air. It doesn't matter where you live, Oakland, Richmond, San Francisco, East Bay, Contra Costa County. They don't want us to know that. I'm just telling y'all, recently I heard other people telling me that they have already announced this on the news, that this is they want to call it a baby epidemic, but people are dying from it. So look it up. Valley fever. You do not want that. How can you prevent yourself from getting it? You can't. That's the unfortunate thing. You can't stop it from happening to you. That's unless you decide you don't want to breathe no more. Now I just want to say that makes it sound funny, but no. Unless you decide you want to hold your breath when you go outside for here out moving forward, good luck if you can do that. But yes, you breathe that in. But the whole point I'm trying to get at, if you start feeling some type of way, all right, chances are you might have valley fever. Now, valley fever also is usually you can catch it from the valley. Like, I ain't been to the valley. I ain't been nowhere around where they did no construction work, far as I know of, up close at least. But again, I have seen a whole lot of truckers coming through the neighborhood on the freeway, on the highway, driving through our outer part of the neighborhood, if I put it that way, like, you know, the main book streets and stuff like that. They can easily filter that stuff in the air. I'm sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to go into this medical stuff, but I just wanted y'all to be aware and know, because I'm telling you, they don't want us to know this stuff. All right, and there's a thing on here where you can say, hold on, let's get the word. Hold on. Fever versus sky, meaning the air. All right, temperature. All right, what all of the symptoms is. Let me put valley in front of it. Valley. All right, valley fever. Boom. You look it up. It's a fungus. It's caused by the earth. Do I want to lie? Blah, 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 nope. It's caused by the earth. It's a disease that's caused by what is called a fungus that grows in the soil. It can be in your lawn, your grass, in dirt. All right. And it says some of this stuff is in areas of the California and the Southern California of the United States of America. So it's just not here where I live at. It's filtered already in other areas. All right. So if you feel some type of way, let me see. This says here, how long does it take to recover from valley fever? I've been dealing with this food since November 9th. 2023. Technically, I use the word technically, but I had pneumonia. I had contracted pneumonia. But now that I thought about it, after they treated me for pneumonia, for the symptom from pneumonia, I did not know I had valley fever at the same time. What? Because this type of stuff right here, listen, y'all, check this out. I'm sorry, I'm going to get onto this keyboard. It says people and animals can get sick when they breathe in dust that contains the valley fever fungus. What? Yes. You can contract this in your system, whether you have cats, dogs, whatever pets you got. Right? You breathe this dust. It could be in your house already. And it messes with your lungs, your respiratory areas, right? And it's already saying, and a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people do not know this, but they generally were trying to say that this originally was coming out of like areas, like I said, you know, the desert, you know, and things of that nature. Now that I sit here reading this a little further, it says valley fever is a fungal a lung infection and causes symptoms of pneumonia. There it is. So when I got pneumonia, it triggered valley fever. Or valley fever can trigger you getting pneumonia. Both ways, basically. And it's a symptom that usually lasts for a week, for a few weeks to a few months. Rarely. I mean, they say rarely. Now, that's all depending on how quick you catch it and how quick you can get treated for it immediately. Like, I kind of waited because I was like, man, I must be having an allergy attack from something, whatever, dust dog or whatever cat that I might have come across or something like that, or my job. There are a lot of people who's sick where I work at. And so I'm thinking, man, maybe I might have contracted it that way. Valley fever can cause severe lung infections and infections throughout the body, the rest of your body. Now, again, if you don't go get treated and you feel some type of way, and these my symptoms I had was chills, fever, and the lack of wanting to eat. Those three things tripped me out. Now, I've never had this issue when I had pneumonia in the past, and that was 17, 18, I guess I might as well put it 19 years ago. I never in my life had valley fever. It was pneumonia, boom, and I got treated for it, and I was out for 1 month, and I came back to work. That was a long time ago. Now, this is a whole different beast right here. This is a whole different beast right now that I'm talking about. So, yes, they're trying to say, really, valley fever is a fungal lung infection, and it causes symptoms of pneumonia. Symptoms usually last for, like I said, for about a few weeks to a few months. Few weeks to a few months, yeah. I've already been treated with this foolishness since November 2023. We're in 2024, and I'm still fighting this. And by the way, y'all, this actually was printed out April 24th, 2024. They literally recently announced this. They had this online, but they weren't trying to announce this publicly to let everybody know, hey, by the way, if you live here, you live there, you might end up getting sick with valley fever. Valley fever can drop you like a hot potato. I promise y'all, when I started getting sick and I falling to the floor and I'm like, oh, okay, this is weird. My wife was like, yo, bro, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I just kept falling to the floor. Boom. I was like, well, okay. She was like, you got to go to the hospital because this is some weird stuff right here. This is some crazy stuff. Valley fever can lay you out. It can drop you to the floor. And you keep dropping to the floor, 9 out of 10, you going to leave this earth. Okay, let me get off of this stuff because I don't want to scare nobody. But let's see, hold on. And then it goes into talking about your immune system. If your immune system is compromised, yeah, the reaction of the disease may occur. And this, let me see, they say, and this has been found, and like I told you, where in many patients, they try to really say that this is, man, well, people who pretty much end up being severely sick with other complications. That's what I say. I don't want to scare anybody, but if you have other types of complications that is more serious, like respiratory issues already, sorry to say this, but you'll be doomed, pretty much. That's what this is saying. Valley fever is most common in adults ages 60 and older. Commonly in adults from ages 60 and older. But, and they put the but there. But the but, as I was trying to say earlier, before I even read this stuff, it's really trying to say it can actually happen to anybody who's under the age of 60 and older. And that's why I'm saying I'm not even 60 yet. Yeah. Alright, so let me get off of that because I don't want y'all to be scared and terrified. But yeah, Washington State Department of whatever, they're all I mean, they talking about Washington State, y'all. They already know. In the United States, they already know. DC already know about this type of stuff because it's as I said, it's kind of like, shh, be quiet. They don't want the people getting all scared behind this stuff. All right, let me get back to what I was supposed to be doing, y'all. Yeah. So I had to bring the news to y'all like that. But that's what I was sick with, valley fever, for a minute here. I'm still recovering. I want to give myself to say I'm about 89%, 90% somewhere. Oh, okay, let me bump it up. Maybe I want to at least give myself 70, 97, 98% well, but I'm not 100% well. Because I'm telling you, man, if you are not on the medication that they give you, you pretty much going to be doomed. I'm sorry, but get checked out if you feel some kind of way. Let me get off of this. So, jack of all trades, learning how to play the keys, learning how to play the organ. My new addition over here, learning how to play the bass. It's my new addition. I was trying to get to this before I ended up getting sick, and so I haven't practiced for a bit. I'm trying to learn how to play my bass. My drum set, I was looking at them outside, still brand new with the tags on it. Practice on that. I used to have it in here, and now it's out in the garage. And I had bought some new stuff to go with the drum set. Still brand spanking new. It's funny. Anyway, I am not a keyboardist. However, as I was trying to allude to earlier in this video, if you practice can make you better. Some people may use the word perfect. Practice makes perfect. And I apologize, y'all, for me going to the medical portion, but I feel like our musicians out there, or just anybody out there for this fact, that people tell me be careful. They was telling me when I was sick with this stuff, you gotta be more careful. And I'm looking at them like, yo, cuz you can get sick with this valley fever and it can hit you at any given time. And I had no idea this was gonna happen. Alright? Even all of the stuff I was taking to keep from being sick or getting sick. And I still got sick with this pneumonia and valley fever. So valley fever can be triggered. Valley fever can trigger pneumonia. Pneumonia can trigger valley fever. Alright, and that's what I found out. Right? Some people I've talked to recovered from it, and then some people was able to recover from it for a year, and some I've talked to recovered from it 5 years. Some I've talked to recovered from 8 years. Some I talked to recovered from it from 10 years and a little further out. And I'm like, wow, really? I don't want to be suffering from this for another year. I've already been fooling with this since November, so that means 2 months in 23, and now we're in the year 24, and it's August, so that's 8 months already in this month, plus the 2 last year, so 8, 9, 10. 1 year already. 1 year. Y'all probably see, I don't know if y'all can see my little medication over here. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like taking medication. I hate it with every piece of passion on the planet. But I guess probably that word will probably fit in when people say take care of yourself and take the proper medication that they give you so you can get well. So I guess I probably change my mind when I say what I was about to say. Because at first I was gonna say, what you mean by that? I wasn't trying to get sick on purpose. Make it seem like I wasn't trying to take care of myself. And you thought I was trying to get sick on purpose. That wasn't the case. So I thought about it. So I had to be careful how I interpretate people's conversations. Like I said, man, you didn't take your vitamin C's. Bro, I took vitamin C every single doggone day. I think I was overdosing on that stuff. It kind of made me think, like, what's the point in taking vitamin C if I'm going to keep getting sick? What's the point in taking all this other stuff if I'm still gonna get sick with something. It was the same thing when I got COVID. It was a what's our horn? I was thinking airborne. You think everything you can name of for us guys to take stuff to take ourselves physically. Good Lord, I did all that stuff, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. I still got sick. Why is that, right? And I came to the conclusion: if God wants you to get sick, if I say sick or the devil, whichever one want to inflict you with something, you gonna go get sick regardless of what you're doing. Some people might be very healthy at some point today, but what about tomorrow? What about the next day? What about next month, next year? You may get afflicted at some point in life. At some point, whether you want to hear that or not, it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. All right. So anyway. So, jack of all trades, going from one incident to another, I was struggling with that for a minute, like trying to figure out, man, which one of these instruments is important, right? And that depends on the church you go to, the ministry you go to, or whatever kind of gig you getting yourself into. But this is how I would do this, track myself. I'm just going to look at my little notes to see what I had did. Lifestyle of worship. Okay, now I'm decided, okay, at this point, let me see, what do I want to do? Or do I want to do something altogether different? And then, I'll just say, all right, this is back in July 30th, 2024. I started messing with the song called Lifestyle of Worship. The song is 3 minutes and 41 seconds. All right, so that's for keyboard. I started messing with part 1, part 2, part 3. So I started breaking it down into sections so I can try to memorize it. Yeah. Okay, so this is how I would do that if I'm going to go back to that particular song. This was a song that was done by Elder D.W. Devin Watkins. Anybody know that Elder Devin Watkins? He's an organ player, keyboard player, phenomenal musician. So I will go back to his stuff and learn ideas from him, or I will pick somebody else. Trying to decide because that door might close on me. I'll just put this right here. Or I might pick somebody else to learn to work on. Jack of all trades, as my godfather used to say. Man, learn how to play whatever instrument. Before then, my godfather, before he died, he wanted me to learn how to play piano. But I ended up learning to work on the horns before he passed away. I was messing with the horns, trumpet and stuff. So if he only knew, if he only knew that the instrument that I really had wanted to work on or learn how to work on was drums and the organ, but I ended up turning to the organ. But like I said, y'all, I've always had the keyboard because that was the only thing I could afford at the time. So I used to just practice on the keyboard, and so that's why I kind of, in one sense, a little bit trying to mess with stuff on the keyboard, but I really didn't desire it. So I started doing stuff on the organ more majority of the time. So now I'm trying to go to the keyboard, y'all. Trying to go to the keyboard. Okay, so if I want to mess with this tune. Remixed by the musician at Full Gospel Church. I think the church got it right. Short video. 53 seconds. Okay. Now remember, it all depends on what information I know to pull this song off. And good luck to me. I hear music all day, but that doesn't necessarily mean I can play it. Alright, so my music teacher back in the day, several years ago, I called him the GOAT, was teaching me this idea of chords. I just didn't know what they were back then. So, oh, let me turn off the JB10. Now, remember, you have to study chords and then figure out what key the person is in. So I'll listen to it for a couple of seconds. flat. So once I get this key in my head, the E flat. E flat. Now, to trigger my mind, what are the chords behind this craziness? Right? And I would say back then I didn't know what they were. So yes. Music teacher say, hey, listen, I'm gonna teach you to do the Simon Says. Now he didn't tell me learn my major chords and my minor chords, learn the augmented chords, diminished moves, dominant chord, major 7 chord, sus2 chord, inversion of it, sus4, tritone. I had to write that down myself, literally, based upon where I get it from, and my mindset was like, man, I didn't even know what they call it, the Nashville system. I didn't know, I knew scales, because I used to play the horn. Remember, I told y'all earlier, I used to play the horn, but I just didn't know it on the keyboard. That's my fault, because my godfather was trying to teach that to me, and he was trying to send me to a music teacher. I forget what her name was. Lord have mercy, what was her name? Can't think of her name all of a sudden, just went blank on that. But he was trying to send me to a music teacher, and she was trying to tell me how to do the notes and stuff, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And I'm like, yo, could you teach me how to play songs? And she was like, yeah, I can do that, but you need to learn how to know your scales. And I wasn't trying to hear all that. Alright, now remind me, my godfather was paying for my lessons, y'all. Alright, so I was like, please don't tell him that I'm not learning this. Just teach me some choir songs and stuff like that. So she started doing the choir songs. In the midst of that, she was trying to trick me. And like, you know, you need to learn how to play. No, like, all that type of stuff. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear that. Jingle bells and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I ain't trying to hear all that. Teach me how to play some songs. And unfortunately, I can't remember the songs from way back when I was a lot younger. Back then, I was 16, 17, 18 years old, around about that age. And she was trying to do that with the piano thing, and I wasn't pretty much trying to hear all that. But I know this is gonna be funny when I say this, but y'all hear that story where they say you fake it until you make it? So she was still trying to teach me the theory stuff, and I was just faking it until I make it. So basically what I used to do was show up at the recital, or show up at the session, and then she would ask me, hey, you know, give me the C scale and stuff like that, and put the music sheet in front of me, and like, hey, do your music, you know, I used to be like, I had already pre-practiced it before, so did I know what the notes were per se, somewhat, but not really. So what I did was I did what is called memory. I didn't know I had what is called photographic memory, and I had a perfect 100%. I was gonna say 99%, but I ended up with a 100% memory. I call it memory, muscle memory, where I just blocked it in my mind and be like, okay, because I used to do this when I was doing the horns, and I remember one day. Yeah, that was at school. But anyway, I remember just this one time we had to do a thing somewhere at school. So I just remember all of the notes, every move, when I'm supposed to come in, when I ain't supposed to come in, who's supposed to do this, who was supposed to play the piano. I just knew everybody's part in my part. So at the end of the day, it was this one time we went to go do something, and I always would bring my paperwork, the book with me or whatever, and just to be having it. But it was just this one time, and I think somebody was hating on me. It was just this one time I came, and we were finna do this thing at school, at another school, and somebody stole the music book. Anyway, to make the long story short, I didn't have time enough to practice and memorize the part when I come in, when I ain't supposed to come in, and somebody stole my book. I was so mad. It was embarrassing. Anyway, that was that one time. It was all bad. All right, but there was something that I'm just trying to get at was I had perfect 100% perfect muscle memory. So somebody kept playing the same chord and kept doing that. I hear that, and I remember the move. I hear the melody or whatever the note, and I will remember it over and over because what has happened was, if you keep repeating that move, I'm gonna remember it. And I just remember the move. Right. So I had a really 100 back in the day, and really 100%. 110% memory. I remember days where I went around other musicians and I'd be like, man, what is you playing? And I have this muscle memory where I can see if I look over your hand and I see you keep doing this, that chord. I've seen it once, I've seen it twice, and you keep making your way to that move, and then I have muscle memory and I memorize it, right? It's the same thing if I say D flat, D flat, D flat. I'll memorize it. I don't necessarily have to even know the notes. And back then, the notes didn't matter. It was just like I remember that D flat. I didn't know it's called D flat, but I just know. So back in the day, they used to tell you at church, "Oh, let the Lord anoint you and use you, and just go and play." And you just like playing anything, just doing anything at the time. I didn't know what I was doing. All right, so I never really developed what is called, what we call it? Y'all call it perfect pitch? Yeah. I'm like, what is perfect pitch? I only can recall, as I said, photographic memory. Or sometimes I might be able to, at times, have what is called perfect pitch because of the repeat over again. If somebody keeps repeating something over again, if I keep hearing this move over. That's the organ in the background. I hear that in the background. That's the organ doing that. Now the keyboard player, he's just going. All right, and I hear that, and because of the repeat, right? You know, and I hear the note. So I'm like, minor. Oh, the secret sauce chord. Oh. Second version, root, first, second. And if I practice the positions, I'm gonna eventually hear that. That has nothing to do with me having perfect pitch. It just happens to be that I keep hearing the same chord movement over again because I've been practicing it. Minor, root, right? I just kept repeating that, right? The E flat sus 2, it's secret sauce chord, and B flat sus 4. If I repeat this over again and again, eventually my ears gonna remember it. It's like my mom, dad trained me how to ride a bike when I was a little kid with the training wheels, and I had to learn balance. You know, then my dad decided to take off one of the wheels, and I fall off the bike because I realized, too late. I didn't have the wheels on the right side, so I fell off. Of course, y'all know the story. We get back up and we try it again. Of course, I had the knee pad, the arm pads, and all that kind of stuff in the helmet. And then you start all over again, and everyone kept saying, "Oh man, you got this." I think us musicians pick this up. You got this, Dre. You got this, Dre. Dre, you got this. You can pick this up. You got this, man. Come on, man. You're gonna fall down and get back up. You're gonna. Y'all think this is funny. Yeah, you're gonna fall down and you're gonna get back up. You're gonna get back up. You're gonna get back up at some point, right? So it's called practice, all right? So I kept falling down, and my dad was like, "Come on, son, you got this, boy. Come on, man, you got this." And my sisters and my mom were all rooting me. "Come on, baby, you can do this. You got this. Little brother, big brother, you got this." I'm like, "Yo, y'all trying to kill me." It's my age. But eventually, I got it, right? I started learning my balance. Then Dad decided to be creative, took off the other the wheels, the training wheels, and of course, I fell down on that side and get back up again. "You got it, man. Come on, you got this." Kept rooting me on until I was able to find my balance. So music is kind of in a sense, I'm trying to find my balance. Those 2 chords. Oh, the secret sauce. I told you, E flat sus 2, B flat sus 4. They both share the same secret sauce chord, I call it, which is basically the 7 sus 4 chord. All this stuff I'm talking about is all going to be in my brand new music book for anybody who's trying to learn what's going on. Right? So now you will not be in the dark, because now we will be in the light and you'll figure out what's going on. The next move, first 2 chords. Duh, B flat, B flat, B flat, B flat. Alright, so it's not the B flat down here. That's root. That's the first version. And that's the second version, so it's got to be this one. B flat here. So I hear B flat, because I hear the note above or below. Sometimes my ears hear the bottom of the note, or it will hear the top of the note. Doesn't necessarily mean I have perfect pitch, because remember, all I have to do is repeat C, D flat, D, E flat, E, F, G flat, or F sharp, G, A flat. Back in the day, I didn't know these notes at first. I would just listen for the note. A, B flat. And it's going to repeat again. B, back to C again. So I'm going to know where the F sounds lower. Then I'm going to know the F sound after higher. And I'm going to know that F sound after higher again. After octave higher again. Right? Until I run out of F note. Alright? So over a period of time, the muscle memory is going to be like, "Oh, I got this. Alright. So it's the same thing with chords. B flat. Now people might say I might hear what they call intervals, note in between, right? So I might even hear what we call the 1, 3, 5, or I might hear the 5 note, or I might hear the 3 note, or I might hear even the 1. Depends on what my brain is hearing. So it was like B flat. Oh. Now people, y'all might say I got perfect pitch. That's not what it is. It's perfect memory, because I played B flat already. B flat, root, first version, second version, back to B flat root in octave, and you keep practicing the moves, you're gonna hear where musicians potentially may be dropping chords. But it's not something that's gonna happen overnight. It's a practice mode that you gotta keep doing over and over again. Da-da! A flat major 7. So I hear the little move. With the C there. So that's telling me either A flat major 7. Oh. Minor. 7 sus 4. That's a little melody I can hear in my ear. So I'm gonna say hand give me some type of. Now he didn't have his left hand on this particular chord. It's because it's the organ picks it up in the background. The organ pick it up. It's because the organ picks it up. B flat, A flat major 7. The organ is picking up the other part of the voicing, and then he comes in on this next chord. Minor move. Alright, that's where he picks it up. The keyboard picks it up there because he was doing something. I don't know what he was doing, but he was doing something. So I had to say, I had to listen a little bit to where the organ might have been playing in the background. Okay, so that's what I got. So what is the chorus movement? C minor, second inversion, third inversion. Root is the first version, second inversion, right? The F7 sus4 movement. Then we go to E flat major 9, or I can go, E flat major 9, and I might throw some notes in there to give that. It's sudden. I'm just kind of throw this in your face. It's a B flat sus4, and I twang it into B flat. And I'm using the 3-finger chord in the left hand to give it some to help carry the voice. And then he goes to A flat, second inversion and third inversion mixed together. And then he goes to the F minor 9. Then I might color with some extra. Jack of all trades! And like I said, I'm not a keyboard player. I just want to have fun and listen to this because I want to see, can I do it? Alright, this is 53 seconds of him blazing some nice chord movements. G? No. I missed it. Hold on. I missed it. See. Oh. A flat. Alright. I think he's going A flat. B flat. And then we're going back to A flat. And then we're going back to B flat. So basically what he's doing here, he's using the idea of breaking this particular A flat and B flat and A flat again, and then he goes to B flat, and then he goes to B flat major 7, A flat major 7. The same chord I had already played. And he's created what is called the minor 6. The D minor 6. So C minor 6 and the D minor 6. And then he's creating what is called the E flat 6. Then he gonna play the B flat for sure. Second inversion. And then the A flat third inversion of the A flat major 7. But again, if I wanted to play the move, let me do it with the left hand. A flat, first inversion. B flat, first inversion. A flat, second inversion. B flat, second inversion, and then we go to A flat, third inversion of the major 7 chord. Oh, so basically, that's slick. That's a slick move. But what he's doing is he's breaking up the chord, the first 3 chords. He's breaking up the first 3 chords. Even though I know it's A flat, I know I hear B flat, and I hear A flat. And he's breaking up these first 3 chords with creating a minor 6. The minor 6, the major 6. And that makes sense because I'm like, oh, because it's hard as he's doing that. Like, I mean, it's possible. But because of the speed that he's using, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I'm like, okay, so yeah, It's much easier. Right? Now he's going to E flat for sure. E flat to B flat to E flat. Right? So that if I play the whole chord with both hands, I mean one hand. I'll say, oh, he gets no, I'm not even going to say that. Stylish, because this is really an A flat first inversion, B flat first inversion, A flat second inversion, and B flat second inversion, and A flat major 7 third inversion. E flat, B flat, E flat, and then back to B flat. Right back to it. I'm like, oh. Yeah, so now let's do the two hand. Now I have this little move. I could go to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 while that's happening. See, I can keep this little sound, you know. What? Or take my hands off the board. Then you're going to hear you play the next move, which is B flat. Is this really B flat? Or E flat major 7. But he's doing B flat, B flat, B flat third. He's not playing the 5. He skipped the 5 and skip the 5. But it's still B flat, B flat. I'm like, oh. Now I would have probably went to like a curative voicing with the left hand, because I know I can play the 3-finger chord. Alright, so and that's kind of how I would, you know, do that. Because, you know, I'm playing by myself. Okay. Now after that, all right, that's a G7 chord. It's the chord that was done in Marvin Sapp's song too. Some of these chords that are so G7. Now, actually, if I would have took a tripped out and look at it, this is G7. If you know your scale G major chord, you know you can play the G to 1, and you have your 3, right? 1, 3. And then you're using a note that's out of the scale of G. Remember, F sharp is the 7. 7. And so he's flat in the 7. So that's where you get the. Now, you can either sharp the 5 or the 7, which he sharp the 7 here, and also he flat the 7, but it's in my left hand. So I'm actually doing both, sharpening and flatting the 7. So there's my flat 7, sharp 7, and technically you're playing a G major chord. Remember, I just said, remember the G major chord, 5, right? And you're playing a G major chord. Root position first and second, first, not second, but the root first. Because you play the G major chord. And now all you're going to end up doing is, well, I have already sharped the 5, already sharped the 7, sharped the 7, and flat the 7. And then here, I'm just doubling up the D, which is already what? 1, 3, 5, the 5, and I'm just doubling up the D, which is the 5. So that's what you're doing. Now, I hear another idea in my mind when I heard this moving. I'm saying, So he's like, he plays it twice. And then we're going to E flat. That was just straight playing. A lot of musicians we might look up to there, it could be our favorite musicians out there, and we're like, oh man, they're killing what they doing, man, that sounds pretty dope. They're killing, but at the end of the day, what you don't realize is they're actually playing simple moves. A flat, simple move, B flat, simple move, A flat, simple move, triad chords, right? Then you're playing the major 7 move. Oh, and all this, and this is also a triad chord, just major 7. You just add the 7 to it. Alright, and then when they take it out to go somewhere else, but they're still playing major. Triad chord major. It's doing an inversion. Oh, alright. B flat, this is still a triad chord. He just omitted the 5. If he wanted to, he could have played the 5. If he wanted to do that. He didn't go E flat major 7 because I'm playing with the 3-finger chord in E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, the song was in E flat. If I didn't tell y'all, so the song was E flat. So that made me say, oh, okay, I can play the 3-finger chord in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I can play the 3-finger chord in the left hand. And occasionally I'll go to the 5, but the right hand is gonna pick up the 5, if you will, in that key. Right hand's gonna pick up the 5. So I was like, oh! If you wanted to play it that way, but he skipped the 5. To flavorize it, to kind of have fun with the moves. G7. So that's how you're doing that. Now I hear another idea I can do. Let me see how I get there. I forgot. Let me see, hold up. Now, what did I do here? It sounds similar to what I was doing, right? But the only difference was I was holding the 3-finger chord at the top and giving you a major 9 sharp 5. E flat major 9 sharp 5. Oh, then I'm gonna drop down to get to the actual chord he actually played. Right, so that's what I'm thinking of. Alright, E flat major 9 sharp 5. Now I'm doing the other chord. Y'all hear the difference? The other chord, only thing I changed was the left hand. And then come out if I wanted to play around with this thing. Okay, E flat major 9 sharp 5. Now I go to the G7 chord. Now here's the little trick move he's doing. Now normally you're supposed to come out like this, or something like that. But he doesn't do that. He goes to another way of going out to this particular move. That's how I told you I hear the note. I may hear the top note, I may hear the middle note, or I might hear the lower note. It usually depends on how my ear wants to pick this up. I hit the bottom. It's a major chord, basically. It's a E flat major chord, y'all, second inversion. And the second version of D. So yeah, so he breaks it up again like he did the like that. Well, like he did that. Now he's doing the same thing here. Instead of him coming out, he's got clever and said E flat technically. D has to back up. The F sharp minor. So if he would have played the chord, it would have been E flat, D, E flat, G minor. Alright, so here's the other part. Alright, so that would have been D, E flat, D, back to E flat, G minor, A flat. A flat. So here it is. And chord wise, like I said, so G minor to A flat. You're just breaking it up with 2 hands now. Now we say this is the major 6 move. Major 6 move, B flat, major 6 move, but like I said, it's E flat chord, second version. A major 6, right? Back to it. Then we have the D minor 6, what I had played earlier, remember? You're going to hear these little moves that he's doing again in a certain spot. So anyway, and C minor 6, I told you we had played it earlier, remember? We're going to play these moves again from earlier, alright? Right, E flat 6 5 chord, a major 6 chord. I had already played it earlier on. Remember? He replayed some of this stuff again, right? Just coming down here and doing it. Back to the D minor 6, C minor 6, and back to the major 6, B flat major 6. But like I said, these are major chords. E flat, D major, second version. Back up to a G minor, second version. First inversion, A flat. Back to G minor, second version. A flat, second version. So that's basically. I forgot what I did. Yeah, that's basically all you do. Once you learn the triads, how you can mix them around, or transposing, basically, you're just transposing E flat to D, E flat to D, E flat to D, second version, and back up to it, then G minor. These are all triad chords. And that's what I thought, like he was going to end it like that, but he came with this little slick move. And doing it, of course, quickly. That was a smooth move. Outro. The octave higher A, octave higher B flat, and octave C. Now, by the time he's doing this, he's going to a chord. C minor third. He's creating a chord. The chords that we played earlier. C minor. Then we have A flat major 7, the chord you played earlier. Chord you played earlier. Right? So he's moving it and using 2 hands to pull this crazy move off. But yeah. But A flat major 7. C minor is related. Listen, A flat is related to C minor. C minor is related to what? E flat. E flat is related to G minor. And G minor is related to B flat. And B flat is related to D minor. And we go on with this, but that's what he's doing. A flat major 7. Then you're gonna hear him play the third version of it. Then 11. And he's doing this quick. This is crazy. I'm sorry, he'll go down to G. Here it is. So the whole move, A flat major 7, and then they C minor major 9. He's doing it so quick, it's like, what? Let me see, I forgot about the first one. Because he's building, like he's doing this little thing. C minor. He'll do this move. I can pull this off with the other hand, but I still need my bottom, right? So we're going to C minor with like I said, it's A flat major 7 already. I forgot it again. Then I'll switch over. I forgot it. Hold on. Whoa. Wait a minute. Lost it. I lost it. Hold on. Yeah. G. Sit because he's doing this. If I were to do this like let me see how I was trying to, it's hard to do it like that, so he's breaking it up. I can do it again. Hold on, this is hard. See, hear that movie doing this real quick, like and then G. So it's kind of like A flat major 7, right? Then he gets you with the C and then the E flat. It's crazy how you doing that. Yeah. Actually, you double play that chord again. Actually, like he's doing it twice. But I prefer to go. If you kind of hear the move, it's going. You go to G. So like A flat major 7. This is still A flat major 7. Just add a note and drop down to G major chord. Now, while all this happening, he's moving the hand. Right? So I gotta move my hands to the next move. Because he's moving the hand. So that means alright, turn out to kind of mess with you with the A flat, I'm gonna say A flat diminished major 7 actually. Because he's doing it. Now my hands should be already moving, but I just stayed here for a second because I would already been going to get ready to go to what we call the tritone, which really will take me to what we call the diminished move. Or actually the A flat major 7 flat 5 actually. A flat major 7 flat 5. But I need to move my other hand or to get to the G. So the way he's doing this. Now I'm gonna try to go here now. Oh, I messed it up again. To the G. There it is. So let me see. Let me coordinate my finger. To the G. See, my fingers is in the wrong spot. However, this is no big deal. And then I move up. Alright, so this is gonna be practice. At least I know what the move is, the chord is, right? And I need to figure out how I'm gonna move the finger. And I'm just trying to figure out the move. Here it goes. Now I'm finna get there. There it is. Now I did it this time. I switch my hand over so I can get to the next move. And then he takes his hand off the keyboard and then the organ picks it up. Let me see. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on, I missed it. Keep missing my G. Keep missing my G. Then I gotta get you going to it. It's crazy how you doing that. So, and then he takes his hand off the keyboard. The organ picks it up. So it's the organ picking this up. Remember, I told you what this chord was. It was the major 9 chord. So you know, in the organ, you could just be in the background doing this. And the organ goes. Or you just play the chord. Alright, just padding in the background. But I hear the organ. Now he picks up on the keyboard, on the little note right there. That's the organ. Alright, now he's gonna come back and bring his hand back on the keyboard again. Nope. Let's see. Am I hearing it? Or the other one? I think he's doing it. Okay, I know I wasn't tripping. Okay. So it wasn't the A, you did the C. Right, so these chords is like really simple in a way because you have, like I said, technically A flat, B flat, A flat, B flat, A flat major 7. Okay. And then he takes you to the A flat diminished major 7. And then he takes you to the E flat major 9 flat 5. Actually, E flat major 9 with the 13. That's without that. Alright. So, and then, you know, then you go into the F minor, major 9, F major 9. And you just flicker it off of the scale, C scale. You just flicker it off of the what we call the minor 3rd. And he's just kind of flickering off of it. Right, the minor 3rd. Actually, the major 3rd to the minor 3rd, he's flickering off of that. And And then we figured out the D perfect fourth, and then the perfect fifth, C perfect fifth. While we're here holding down either the F major 7 chord or the major 9, giving you flavor. You're gonna end up playing that anyways in the right hand anyways. So because it's the 2 and F. So you're gonna end up playing that anyway, the F major 9 chord anyway. Now, if I want to style it, I can go and play the F major 9 with the flat 5. And if I go here and my fingers hit this E, then I'll play F major 13 sharp 11. If I hit the C, well, I might be overkill. Let me see. Yeah, it's overkill, but it is the how you say the Lydian scale. That might be a little. Yeah, it might be overkill there. But if it worked, yeah, it sounds whack doing it. But let's stick to the either the F major 7 flat 5 move or the F major 9 flat 5. That's still both of them pretty, no matter how you cut the mustard there. So moving forward, you're gonna hear a lot of the major 9 flat 5 chord. I mean, a lot. Major 7 or major 9 flat 5 chords all day. And that's pretty much or the major 9 with the 13. Major 9 with the 13. Right? And here's the other one. Oh, I'm sorry. The major 9 with the sharp 11. Or the 13. It's got stuck notes somewhere. Or the major 9 flat 5 move. Right? Major 13 sharp 11. And then the major 9 sharp 11. So that's when so you're gonna hear multiple chord movements there. F major 9 flat 5. Then the F major 13 sharp 11. And then the major F. I'm sorry, the F major 9 sharp 11 there. So that was like 3 chords right there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Basically, yeah. So those 3 chords right there. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. And basically, you know, you can rehorn, right? So, F major 9 flat 5. F major 13 sharp 11 and F major 9 sharp 11. Yeah, just playing around with transposing, but anyway, let me give it back to what I was doing. So he was here. What was it? See, I almost went fooling around with the other thing. I'm no keyboard player, but I'm like, man, that sounds kind of cool doing this crazy stuff. What was the move? Did I forgot it that quick? Nope. What was it? I forgot it. There it is. C minor major 9. These chords are gonna be in my book, y'all. Matter of fact, actually, every chord I just mentioned is gonna be in my book. Every chord that I play is gonna be in my music book. And where am I picking them up from? Cordy! Cordy's my friend right now. Also, I can give you the F69 chord too. This way. And that can be played using the sus2 or the sus4. And guess what? The secret sauce chord. The 7 sus4 chord. All day. Transpose it. Anyway. Alright, so then after you leave there. This was a short video, but it's the amount of chords that he's playing in this short video, which is 53 seconds of it. And I've only got up to 15 seconds of me just blazing these chords one chord at a time. I do that major 9, sharp 5, and then the G9, G7, and E flat, and then he plays, then he going out. And this song he was doing was He Is Lord. He is, I'm just no. He is Lord. Ba-da-da-da. Pass the move. He is Lord. He is Lord. Pass the move. Whatever the words they say. He is risen from the dead. That's that part. This part here. Alright, that's He is Lord coming right there. Whatever the words is, I don't know all of the words. You see, He is Lord. Right? Da, da, actually, no. The first chord was I think this is where you go with He right here. Then. You played a whole lot of chords. He is Lord. I don't know the word, but whatever the words he's saying. Whatever the words they say right there, right? Actually, I heard him in the background, but I can't make out the words they're saying. Back to the major 9. So you go into major 9. You know, that's it. Right? And I have the major 9. Major 9 13, right? E flat major 9 13. All right, what's the next chord? So, let's see how you doing that. So he plays this. The F minor move, but I'm using it. I'm gonna dress up that tritone and create the a little bit more full chord like the diminished 7, flat 5. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fill that in. So after he does that, and remember I told you it's the sus2, sus4. They friends. So, and basically I'm playing the major 7 and a sus4 chord, or sus2, sus4, which create the major 9, 13. And he's going to transpose this. He's just transposing from F to E flat. Same chord, just transpose down to E flat. I know y'all heard this voicing, you know. He's transposing the move, and I'm like, oh. And that's a lot of that is a lot of musicians have learned to do some transposing, right? You know, making themselves sound nice. What's that groove that I usually do? And this is another way too to help memorize. What happened to my group? Oh, no. I think I did this too fast. I gotta change over. How I did that? How did I do that? How did I do that? How did I do that? I'll go back to as I said, a lot of musicians learn to do what we call transposing. Right? So he takes that same idea and groove it into it. I groove it into a transpose. So basically, let's say an F major 9 13, E flat, F major 9 13, y'all. E flat, major 9 13. Transpose. And taking the same chord, transpose. And then I'm using the sus4, sus2. Because I know I can transpose that. And I'm just transposing. Has whole step back. Half step. And playing the same chord. Transpose. Or I can go to the major 9 sharp 11 too as well, or the 13. Or just go straight into the minor, to the major 9 chord without the 13 too as well. If I took the 13 off. 13 off. Or I can use that 6-9 move with the 6-9. So, having fun doing it. Keep changing my channel. I don't know why it does that. And then he plays again. So, F major 9. And remember I told you it's going to take me to the F major 9 13. And, or the sharp, depends on which one of my crazy fingers is hitting the notes. And then he drops the finger back down to E flat. And then you're going to bring the other finger over to the B flat. So we was using the minor move. And I'm sorry, when I used to say the minor move, figure what I just said there. The sus4 move. And then we're going to use the B flat move. No, what was that? I already gone. Alright, so let me see. Hey, what my fingers doing? Let me see. There it is. E flat 6-9 sharp 11. And then I'm gonna turn this into a D minor 7 flat 5 with the flat 13. Instead of the, which is the F minor 6, it's too plain. So, because that's technically what he did do, actually. I didn't like it, so I said, see, I didn't like that. So I said, let me color it just a little bit, just a tad, right? And I make my left hand play chords with the tritone. And keeping that minor move. So D flat minor, D minor 7 flat 5 with the flat 13. All this is my book. So y'all wanna learn these chords? Trust me, they're gonna be nice. And you know, he's just being stylish, you know. I'm sorry. Kind of, you know, have fun styling. He gonna do the same thing he did earlier. Alright, you switch up just a little bit. And so that little see, so he did the same thing earlier. But he hits that chord twice now. Instead of going all the way back up, he didn't go all the way. He just stopped at the major 7th move and chopped on it. Now he goes to this little move. Let's hear that again. Minor 11 flat 5 and minor 9 chord. Now, or we could say major 9 chord actually. Or E flat major 9, but because of the bass line, says C, so it's a C minor 9 11 chord. So da da ba da da ba ba. Chop that ba da ba ba ba. So it is technically yes a major 9 chord, but the C on the bottom is a C minor 9 11 chord. C minor 9 ba da ba ba. So you know, after he did all that, you know. My left hand is playing chords. Right. Right. Okay. So ba da da ba 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 ba. Yeah. Da da. Right. F. I didn't live flat 5. That's all these chords gonna be in my book. And he went right back to the major 9 chord. Remember? You saw the best of me. Right? A lot of chords from other musicians, they all playing the same chords. It's just about where they place it at. But it's the same chord over and over again. Alright? It sound like that guy Don Dupree. Over and over and over again, you're gonna hear the same chord over and over and over again, right? We already heard this chord earlier. Remember this? I told you you're gonna play this chords. You're gonna play chords again. Just place them in a different spot. A flat major 7, D diminished 7. And he would play that chord he just played earlier, but transposed the A flat major 7 down to E flat major 7 second inversion. He just transposed. He transposed it. What? It's in the left hand, second inversion of the E flat major 7. And in the right hand, he's playing the G minor chord. I told you these chords are related to each other. A flat is related to C minor. C minor is related to E flat. E flat is related to G minor, and G minor is related to B flat. They all have relations with each other because of the scale and notes. They're in this. They share the same notes in the scale. So I have it, like I told y'all, G minor, and I also have it E flat all day. And the C minor. What? Okay, and then top it off, I have the E flat major 6, or E flat major chord. All mixed in one shot. What? So now we have an E flat major 7. Woo! I don't think I'm crying because them chords is nasty. All in my book. Tritone. Chord I played this chord earlier. A flat diminished major 7. Y'all remember that earlier? Actually, C minor major 9. I'm sorry, my bad. Oh, I think I did right here. Here it is. A flat diminished major 7. So he come back to it. He come right back to it. Ha! Ha! He come right on back to it. Yeah, right on back to the A flat diminished major 7. Right on back. Come on back over here. Get on back over here. Da, da, da. Wait, what? Oh, it's kind of similar to what we did earlier. Right back to that. Remember that from earlier. So he plays it again. Yeah. Now this is D diminished 7. Nothing fancy. D diminished 7. Played it earlier. Alright? So now he's gonna play this tritone. We already had this with the minor move. I told y'all about this here. Yeah. So because I'm carrying the bass line in the bottom, it's a A7 sharp 9. I'm sorry, A7 sharp 9 flat 5. Take off that bottom, the bottom there, and you just have the tritone sharing it with the minor chord, the C minor chord. Then you end up playing what is called an E flat 7. They say E flat 7 with the 13 off the 5, but anyway. Yeah, because yeah, so if he plays the A, or if we play the C sharp, I mean E, if that's the bass line E flat, I'm sorry, which I think it is, then it's similar to the kind of chord that we talked about in the dominant chord, so to speak, right? E flat 7 with the 13, same thing. Or if his bass line was A, it would just be the A7 sharp 9 flat 5. Yeah. So it all depends on what the bass line is. You can either do both of them actually, almost, or you know, it depends on what the mood is. Then you go to C sharp. Use the two hands to play the C sharp chord. Then you go to diminished. Yes, sir. So you're doing that D flat, and then we're going to what we call C sharp diminished 7 technically. Or D flat diminished 7 or whatever, but we doing E diminished 7 because of the move you're going, because of the location with it. E diminished 7. A flat at 2. Let me see how I will do that. Let's see, I got choices. Okay, I got too many choices. Let me see how I will do that. A flat at 2, or A flat major 9, or A flat major 7, or F minor 9 11. Let's see. Let's see. That sounds kind of like what I believe he might went to a F minor 9 11. It just depends. I want to say he hit off the A flat at 2. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I would say he probably said A flat at 2. He probably played the A flat at 2. Let me see. Cause he hit it real quick. I'm going to A flat at 2. Or, like I said, he can still get off of the F minor 9 11. Or A flat at 2. Either way, still gonna get somewhere with this. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. wanted to just switch this up and tell you I'm playing a minor chord, F minor move, and has that down from the F minor move, you go to E minor. Yeah. Which basically make you play it. They call it the A flat 7 13, which I had played it earlier. But 5 chords back. Same thing, you just transpose it. Yeah. 5 chords back. I played this earlier. Yeah. But he's clustering this. Yeah, he's doing a minor second on that. Yeah, so he's you know, da da ba 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 da da. So he's clustering that, transpose that, and then he's taking you to the major 7 flat 5, E major 7 flat 5. All this in my book, in all 12 keys, y'all. I've been working on this for a bit, so I'm actually at the very end of finishing this book up. Thank God. Okay, so A flat, right back to the chord, A flat, and third version of the F sharp major 7. So what he's doing is that A flat third inversion, second version of A flat, and then the third inversion of the F sharp or G flat major 7 chord. So basically transpose. If you wanted to do that, moves like that. And then if you wanted to do 2, you could have transposed. If you wanted to transpose like that. But he used the A flat. Right, he used the A flat second inversion to fall into the third inversion of the F sharp or G flat major 2nd. Second, I mean. Yeah, dude. That's dope, y'all. That's that. I'll just do the D in there to see what happens. Transpose. I just wanted to hear that in my ear. Alright, and then because I hit it. Because I hit it. Suggests that A flat major 7. Major 7. Suggests A flat G flat major 7. Or it depends on which way I want to go first. And then A flat. Third version. Second version of A flat. So I'm like, oh. Now after this, it gets real sneaky. Let's see. Let me see. I want to think of that. Let me see. Let me see. Or the other way. I think it's going up. I forgot how. Let me see. Something simple, I think you did. Yeah, something simple. You see. see if I hear that going up or down. Let me see. I thought he went back to it. Let me see. Something like that. Let me see. How did you get there? I think he did that. Hold on. I think that's what he did. I might have to look at my transcription. If I have it, I don't think I even have that transcription. Let me see. How would I get that transcription? I think that's what he did. Cause he takes his hand off the board, and that makes me think now I gotta hear the organ in the background. Off the keyboard, so that makes me think I might have to improvise. So he has his hands there on the keyboard, both hands, by the way, and then he takes his hand off the board. So I'm like, what? I think he is doing. I could be wrong. I could be right. Hold on. Alright, let me see. Let me see if I can find the transcription on this tune. I'll be lucky if I can find it. Oops. Come back here. Where you go? Get back. Go over here. Let me see if I can find that. Okay, it'll just be my luck. Be able to do it? Question. I don't know where I'll be able to hear it. I won't be able to hear it. Let me see. I guess I gotta go this other route. Dang it. Alright, so let me try another route. Where is it? Let me see if I hear it on this route. That's not it. Hey, what are you doing? Where is the song? Wait, y'all, hold on. Where's my transcription on this one? Oh, man, where? I thought it was here. Oh, it's supposed to be in the folder. It's not even in the folder. Duh. Hold on, let me drop this thing in the folder. Okay. Those three chords. 1, 2, 3. I'm almost positive. That interrupted my flow.